Hello everyone! So today I wanted to do a chatty get ready with me. Basically just talk about everything that has happened. Yesterday, if you live in the US, or I don't even outside of the US, but you most likely know that Joe Biden won the presidency, so Trump is out. I am so happy and I feel so much relief from that news. Like, I just wanted to talk about that. And if you're someone who is clicked on this video and you're instantly like turned off, click out of this video. Honestly, it's that simple. If you're not a fan of my political views, I've made it no secret at all about my political views, and you know, it's at the end of the day this is my channel. The name of the channel is Laura Neuzeth. That's my first and middle name, so I'm gonna post whatever I want. So that's the disclaimer for people who do not like my political views. So there's that. But I feel like for the most part, and I'm saying this as like maybe like a 90% of the people who watch me also align with my political views or respect them in some way. So I thank you guys so much for that. And this whole past year, well actually like 2 years, because I did start covering some of the rallies that I went to last year, which was the Bernie Sanders rally and also the Elizabeth Warren rally. It's made me so happy to get messages from my subscribers like thanking me for being open about that, and I didn't realize how rare that was in the, and I hate this word, in the influencer sphere. But yeah, this past election made me realize how much, or how many bigger influencers just remain completely silent when it comes to this, and it's a little sad, to be honest, because a lot of these bigger influencers do have the platform to encourage people to register to vote, to go out and vote and everything. So if they didn't want to be like like right out of the gate, or just like super explicit, if they didn't want to tell their followers to go vote for Joe Biden or whatever, you could at least encourage some political discussion or encourage people to register to vote. I feel like that's pretty bipartisan, and it is encouraging good habits. So I don't know. I mean, then again, I don't follow any of the larger creators anymore. I think the only one that I still do is like Jackie Aina, and everyone else I've unsubscribed to. They're just not my cup of tea anymore. I prefer the smaller creators. I think some of the ones are doing fantastic work. Of course, you have Abby Williamson. She is doing such a great job. I know Bean has been doing a great job as well. Betty Jean, always encouraging people to keep up with Black Lives Matter news. Smokey Glow. I mean, there's, I think, a pretty decent list of influencers that have done a really great job. So there's some out there. But yeah, it's been a little disappointing to see some people just flat out ignore everything, or argue and spread conspiracy theories, because I've seen that as well. I think, what's her name, Amanda Eisen? I don't know, that Amanda chick that had previously gotten in trouble for, what was it, stealing merch designs or something like that. Yeah, that was a hot mess. And also Chloe Morello, that was a hot mess as well. But yeah, like I mentioned before, I feel so much relief by just knowing that Trump will no longer be the president. I still very much remember 2016 hearing the news that he had, you know, he was the president-elect, and much like a lot of Hillary Clinton supporters, and I was not the biggest fan of her. I was just voting because, I mean, she was the lesser of two evils at the time. Bernie Sanders wasn't the candidate for the Democratic Party, but still, I knew there was no way in hell we could possibly thrive under a Trump presidency, especially if you were someone, a person of color or an immigrant, dreamers. Like, it was a lot. He started his whole political campaign with that infamous his infamous comments on when Mexico brings their people, they bring the worst, they bring rapists and drug dealers and all of that, and that immediately just you do not mess with my people, you do not mess with my country. I've always lived in the border, I've lived on both sides of the border. I know how much immigrant families struggle. I'm an American citizen, my parents immigrated legally here, but here's the thing, and this is another thing that Trump had an issue in his whole you know, presidency. They had an issue with what's commonly referred to as anchor babies, especially for the ones that are from Latin American countries. I'm an anchor baby, okay? So I have an issue with people having an issue about that type of you know, gaining that citizenship status through that. I have plenty of cousins who are also American citizens, but they've chosen to live their whole life in Mexico. That's their choice. They really don't gain much with their American citizenship. But I am very thankful that my parents did do that. They chose to have me here in the US instead of in Mexico, because I'm very content living in the US. I've thought about going back to Mexico, not gonna lie, but at the end of the day, I'm very happy here. Very, very happy. I'm happy to be an American citizen. I don't want to be like, I don't want to feel shamed about that. So yeah, just him having preference over white Europeans doing the same thing, but then with Mexicans it's suddenly illegal. Yeah, it didn't sit well with me. A lot of stuff didn't sit well with me with him. There was also the constant fear of having, you know, especially my mom. My mom does not know English. She's not fluent in English. She speaks pretty much very broken English, and the past 4 years there's been a lot of just fear of her going out to stores. It's not so much a problem when you stay closer to the border, because there's such a it's very there's a lot of Mexicans closer to the border. I mean, that shouldn't be a shock, but like, especially if she were to go, and she has gone to like the eastern parts of San Diego or the northern parts of San Diego all by herself. Yeah, I always was worried. I was always scared for her to encounter some type of you know, racist Karen or a man, and her not being able to get out of that situation safely. Thankfully that never happened to her, but it did happen to a few of my I wouldn't say friends, I would say ex-classmates and people that I've known. So yeah, we lucked out, but it's something that you shouldn't deal with. We never had dealt with that. We've been living in the US for, I mean, we've been living here for 20 years now, and it wasn't until the Trump presidency that I just felt scared. I felt scared going to different areas in San Diego, scared for my mom, and yeah, it's just weird. I don't think the whole like racism is going to be magically solved in 2021 when Biden takes over the presidency. I would be completely naive to think that, but I really hope that people who were just encouraged to be openly racist kind of get a reality check. I don't think it's cute. I don't think it makes you look tough to be openly racist, and I've experienced a lot of it, especially on YouTube. Ugh, on YouTube. So it's with my Black Lives Matter video, I've been called pretty much every single insult by Trump supporters. I've been called racial slurs like beaner. I've been called a lesbian, although I'm not that, and it's not even an insult if you were to call me that. It's just, it's so stupid what that type of like hateful mentality, like some of their insults are not even insults, they're just really annoying, and they all say the same thing, which is, it makes my job of blocking them so easy. But yeah, it's unfortunate, very unfortunate that it took 20 years for us to experience, I guess, the bad things about living in America. Yeah, but I'm hopeful. I feel hopeful for the first time in 5 years that things might improve. So in that regards, I'm really happy about Joe Biden winning. He wasn't my first choice. He wasn't even my second choice or my third choice. I mean, if I had my way, I would have happily voted for Bernie Sanders for president. I also do not like that this past election they vilified progressives. And if I were to put a label to my political beliefs, I would definitely say I'm a progressive. And it wasn't something... Oh, here's another thing. I feel like a lot of people assume that I've always been very liberal. They look at my colorful hair, they look at the way that I dress, the things that I support, and they just assume that I'm a quote libtard. That's another comment that I've been called a lot. And no, I have not always been this way. My political journey has changed a lot in the past few years. I was actually a registered Republican till 2016, so it took a while. I've only voted Republican once, and that was for John McCain in 2008. That was my very first election. I grew up with a very conservative Catholic Mexican family, so I thought at the time that John McCain aligned the best with my views, which really weren't my views. They were just my parents and my family's views. And then in 2012, voted for Obama, and then voted for Hillary Clinton. So yeah, I was a registered Republican, although I wasn't voting Republican out of laziness. Then for the primaries, that's when I made the switch to Democrat, because I wanted to vote for, really wanted to vote for Bernie. So that's what happened. But yeah, it took a lot of years for me to start researching things on my own. And I got different life experiences as well. I've spoken about this so many times, it sounds like a broken record. But one of the things that really allowed me to form my own political views was the year I spent studying abroad, which is very cliche. I feel like a lot of people who study abroad always mention the fact that they studied abroad. But me studying in France and getting a little taste of what I wouldn't say they take for granted, but a little taste of what they seem, what normal life is, having affordable healthcare, better public transportation, like just those things made me realize, like, damn, we are it's two completely different worlds. Like, the way the US operates is so strange for a first world country. But yeah, and that year as well, I mentioned it before, it challenged my political views a lot. And I'm very thankful that especially the French are very political and they love talking about politics. So I got my views, my conservative Republican views, challenged a lot. And it made me open my eyes and, you know, question, hey, are those actually my values, or are those, you know, values that were passed on to me? And it was the latter. So yeah, it's taken a lot of work. It's definitely not something that some people are lucky that they have family that are very open-minded and encourage that type of political dialogue within their own household, but that wasn't my experience at all. So I'm doing some mixing here. But it's never late to get started. I'm very happy that this past election, I actually got my mom to vote for the first time ever. And you know, nobody had really taken the time to convince her. Not my dad, not my brother. I had tried before, but she was always very adamant that she's not a political person, and I feel like that's what you hear a lot, especially within the Latino community. But you know, I really wanted to take the time to stress the importance of voting, and just kind of guide her into, I don't know, forming her own political views. I explained the different propositions, what they meant, what each vote meant, what a yes vote meant, what a no vote meant. She wasn't too interested in the local, you know, the school council and all of that, but I still explained it to her. And of course, she knew a lot about Trump, but I mean, it was helpful for her to get a little more information, like policy-wise, because what she would just see on TV was like, oh my god, ese viejo loco. But yeah, it made me happy seeing her be proud of voting, and I'm hoping for the next election she'll, you know, vote again without me being the one not pressuring her, but the one like encouraging her to vote. So that's something that something good that came out of this. What else am I gonna do here? I'm just doing a few pastel colors up here. I want to do a pastel orange. Let's do that. Yeah, I feel very hopeful for the future, especially the near future. Still very scared of coronavirus. I still haven't gone out and seen anyone. I'm pretty much mentally prepared to not see friends and family till next year, which is sad, but I feel like it's the responsible thing to do. It's really not safe to be gathering with other people, but yeah, it is what it is. But I just wish more people would take it more seriously, especially influencers. Ugh, the influencers. The influencers and celebrities like the Kardashians, they're just, once again, they have the power to actually do some good, but it's just disappointing to see what they do with what they deem as power. Okay, so I'm gonna I want to do like little confetti on my eyes. I'm just gonna pew, pew. But yeah, how do you guys feel about everything? I know a lot of you were messaging me yesterday and the last week, both American as well as European subscribers. So yeah, I've been speaking to a lot of you privately. Yeah, it was a very exhausting week. Watched a lot of CNN. It made me start crushing a lot of it made me start crushing on the CNN hosts. Oh my god. But Chris Cuomo can get it. He is so attractive. And also Don Lemon. Love him as well. But yeah, it was a lot of CNN. A lot of CNN. Oh my god, these look like sprinkles. I'm happy to not have to be glued on CNN though. As much as I love my boys, yeah, I needed a break from them, you know. It's good to have your own space. Okay, let's do some pink sprinkles. Oh my god, this is adorable. So I'm just using the Neuzeth Cosmetics cake liner palette. I know they sell a pastel one, but I can just make pastel colors out of this one. So I'm doing some pink sprinkles. And I'm just going to Target and 99 Ranch. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom you in. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Okay, so let's keep this discussion going. I already talked about politics. Oh my god, can we talk about Kamala? I know her name is like K-U-H, Kamala Harris. There we go. She looked beautiful yesterday. That white like suffragette type of suit looked amazing. And then can we talk about SNL and the fact that they were so quick to dress Maya Rudolph in pretty much the exact outfit? That was crazy. Oh, and I'm so excited for Maya Rudolph. Oh my god, 4 years of her? Yes, please. I could not be more ecstatic about that. I love her so much. Like that whole era of SNL was probably, apart from like the Will Ferrell 90s era, which is what I grew up watching, I loved Amy Poehler and Tina Fey and Maya Rudolph. Like that was just, that was it. That was so much fun. Okay, so now I'm gonna do some purple sprinkles. Oh my god, I'm so happy with this. We're still in celebration mode here. Oh my god, this is so easy too. I'm just basically just dabbing my brush. I'm gonna leave this lid area empty. Another thing that I wanted to mention that's totally not controversial in the least bit, those fireworks from yesterday. Oh my god, I love fireworks so much, and the combination of the fireworks with the drones were incredible. They were so good. They were so good. You can kind of see Joe Biden as like a Mr. Rogers figure, and I love that. I no longer have any grandfathers. Both of them have passed. So it feels nice to have a president that has that type of warm grandfather-like aura about him. I don't know, it brings me a lot of comfort. It makes me miss my grandpas though. I'm gonna get so many weird looks out in public with this, but it's okay. It's fun, it's makeup. Let's do this side. I'm just gonna go what? Okay, this is also not politics related, but I've been thinking for content, I might just continue doing the decluttering series. I started, when was it, last year? I did a few decluttering videos. Yeah, I still need to finally do the lip decluttering, which I'm still dreading because it's gonna be a big one. Oh, this is adorable. But yeah, I think I'm gonna restart the decluttering series very, very soon. Okay, so I need to clean this up. Alright, so I'm gonna continue with some blush and some mascara. Ugh, I'm getting all of these. Got this very cute little cup from Daiso. I thought it was adorable. And this is where I keep all my my liners for the cake liners. My liner brush for the cake liners. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna apply some blush. This is the Tower 28 blush. That does not have a mirror. I don't know why I keep doing this. And I'm also going to be applying some mascara. Today's a very gloomy day here in San Diego. It's raining. And you know what that means? That means I am so happy. I love this weather. Oh my god, I love this so much. You know what else I'm very excited about this Joe Biden presidency? Dogs in the White House. So happy to have dogs back in the White House. Oh my god. Yes, it's exactly what we were needing. Dogs. Because the past few dogs in the White House have been so cute. You have the Obama dogs, both of them, Bo and Sunny, adorable. Barney, which was George Bush's dog, adorable. The Clintons' dog, I forgot the name, adorable. I love dogs. Dogs in the White House, yes. Also, the squad, AOC, and the girls back in Congress. Very happy about that. Very, very happy. AOC is just the coolest person. I love her. I wish she would release her Animal Crossing Dream address so I can go visit her island, but she hasn't. She's tweeted a few times about Animal Crossing, but never has released her dream address. But it's okay. I really enjoyed her Among Us stream that she did a few weeks ago. That was really fun. I've tried to play Among Us, but here's the thing. First, I did not understand the whole premise of the game, so the first few games that I joined, I got kicked out for being a derp and not knowing what to do. So that was great. But I feel like that's a game that would be more fun if you're in that same server as other people. Like if you played with people that you know or you're familiar with. When it's with complete strangers, I just have a hard time being like, you know, I'm the little blue dude, of course. But it's just hard being like, yeah, Red is sus. I don't know who the fuck Red is. Okay. But yeah, I would, if any of you play Among Us and want to play with me, let me know. We can do something. I don't know if I can stream it. I probably can. But yeah, let me know. I would love to play with people that I can be like a complete derp. But yeah, her stream was really fun to watch. I stuck around for a few, it felt like hours. I don't know. I don't have any any concept of time anymore. But yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I hope she does a few more streams. That would be great. But yeah, very happy for her. She seems like a very, you know, level-headed person, very inspiring person, and she's like my age. Which I just wish I could be her best friend. AOC, hit me up. Oh yeah, it's, you know, I feel good. Like I mentioned, it would be very naive for me to think that everything's gonna magically become better come January, but I haven't felt this at ease and this just relief in a while. So I'm gonna celebrate that. And it's gonna be much easier to hold Joe accountable of things than Trump. So that's good. You know, it's a step forward, not backwards, which I'll take. I'll happily take. Okay, this is coming together very well. I'm not gonna do too much on the lips because I'm gonna be wearing a mask. I'm just gonna put something moisturizing, maybe a little Bomb.com. I don't want to do too much on the lips. Let's do, this is the rose one. Trying to finish my balm.coms up before I buy any more lip balms. Yeah, I haven't been purchasing too many lip products on my brows. Should I put something in my brows? I feel like my bangs are so long. Definitely need to trim them. I'm going to film a tutorial on trimming them with clippers. I showed that process a little bit in my last in my first quarantine hair makeover video, but I want to do a longer tutorial. Yeah, I definitely need a trim badly. Oh yeah, I think that's it. I think my hair's almost dry by now. I refreshed the blue and washed my hair. Yeah, looks good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're celebrating as well, continue celebrating. It's something that we should all be happy about. Yeah, if you're brand new to this channel, make sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. And yeah, bye bye Donald Trump. See you never. Hopefully, because I really do not like you or your family. Bye.